Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to our weekly series where our students showcase their prowess of having their papers published in international journals. This is a space where our students who begin as a student, then move on to a researcher, then eventually to a real world practitioner. Let's see who we have today with us for presenting their paper. So, for today, we have Sowmiya Radhakrishnan, who has completed her bachelor's in computer science and is here to talk about the paper titled Intelligent Resource Optimization Enhancing Component Reuse through AI Driven Image Classification. So, a very warm welcome, Soumya.
Hi, Vivin. Good evening. Good evening, all.
So, you are here for this paper, and we would like to you to take us through the project scope and the architecture.
Yeah, definitely. Yes, friends. So this is one of the project where we are talking about a leading switchgear manufacturer. So basically, they have multiple parts. We can't even imagine that is going to be 6,000 plus parts where they have to reassemble and they were manually doing it. Being a leading manufacturer, too much of operational cost was a burden for them. So to counter that, we have done an AI deployment. And of course, we have already made one progress in this. And the project management methodology, as we are already aware, that is going to be CRISP MLQ methodology, which gives you a step-by-step approach on what has to be done on each and every phase, right from the scratch of understanding the data, understanding the business, moving forward with the pre-processing and building a model, and then deploying it onto the cloud premises. So yes, deployment on the cloud is also done for them. So this is one of a major project which was having a pretty much difficult scenario where we did encounter too much challenges. And with respect to the ML success or business and economic success, we were able to achieve the percentage of reducing the manual labor by 30% and predicted at least with an accuracy of 95 plus percent. And economically, we were able to increase the reduced labor cost and by giving them a saving cost up to 20 percentage. Yes, Vivek.
Uh, I think this is the model output that you're looking at, right?
Yes.
Now, this project is something which is not usual, not something which is common. So there would be some challenges which are very different. You'll not be able to connect anywhere. So when did you feel that you've cracked the solution for this project?
So this project, when we got as initially, the project is almost related to a simple image classification as it is already mentioned.
Mhm.
But the real challenge here is the components. So when I say component, as you can see in the previous slide, one icon or one component pertaining to that, you might not even imagine there could be a same component with the same set of holes, but there should be a reduction in the size. So that was one of the majorest and more difficult tasks we were able to see. And we did research on what techniques or what kind of pre-processings that can be done with the help of convolution neural network architecture layers so that we can overcome that. Yes, we have done that and we were able to successfully implement this onto the ongoing project.
Okay. Now you mentioned a challenge, right? Now
Yes.
I believe that there wasn't just one challenge. There were many challenges, right? And what was the thinking behind the mitigation strategy when you come across the challenge?
Now, each and every time we used to visit the client location and we used to collect the data. Of course, the data was one of the major impacting source in neural network projects, as we are already aware of. If we have huge amount of data, then only we can develop a model and get a better accuracy. So initially, the data was not sufficient. So that was one of the biggest challenge. And the first data which was given to us It's not what you're seeing in the past slide. It was not like that. It has been wrapped with papers, and it was not having a proper documentation on what could be the parts. So the problem here is not only identifying, that is classifying this component. On top of that, we have to tell what type of component is that, what is the dimensions, or what kind of description is related to. So that is the part. So that documentation along with the classification model will play a major role here. So all these things simultaneously, when it comes to model, we have tried all the models. We have tried transformer models, efficient net, rest net. So all those things, and finally we moved on to YOLO
Mhm.
model, which was giving us a better accuracy. YOLO V9 was the ongoing model, which we were able to get almost 95 plus percentage of accuracy for all of our items.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wonderful to hear, Soumya, about the thinking and the logic behind resolving a problem, and so coming up with the final solution. Now, since you went through the entire process and you have been also a student with us, now what are tips or suggestions that you would want to give our students or our viewers who would want to work on such projects with AiSPRY, or who would want to join us at 360 Digit MG?
As it is always clear for everyone that 360 Digit MG highlights its students with real world projects. So, with real world projects, you will be given an experience of how to do that project step by step. When it comes to data, or when it comes to pre-processing, when it comes to model building, you will be given an immense idea on what are the stages and what are the steps that has to be done. On top of it, the mentor was giving us a better idea on what kind of steps we have to put forth when we face some challenges. And all these projects are available outside, but what is that one factor which is changing everything? The flow which we are following, the data which we are collecting, on top of that, how we are able to achieve it, and how we can bring in a better solution, how we can do it in a better way of AI solution. So all these things highlights how 360 digit MG is helping all the students in bringing in the real world projects. And through this, as you can see, the certification is also helpful for us to have a better resume building. So yeah.
Thank you, Soumya. Thank you so much. It was a delight talking to you.
Thank you,
And
Vijay.
yeah, thank you so much. So, friends, you've heard from Soumya, you have heard from many people that you have to stick to the process. The process that we follow at 360 Digital MG is crisp MLQ, and it helps very much in completing the project from the starting to the end. Okay, along with that, okay, during your training phase or when you're working on assignments, when you're doing your projects, it is important that you are alert, you are concentrating on some small changes which the trainer might suggest or the mentor would give you. This would take you a long way in your project journey as well as in your career too, to help you solutionize a very difficult problem or difficult challenge. Okay, and that's why you have to be selecting 360 digit MG, where you have hands-on mentorship. As you have been listening to a lot of our participants, you work on real world AI projects, data analytics projects, data science projects, and you are also given guidance on how to present your paper on an international stage, where you have this excellent opportunity of publishing your papers in international journals. Okay, it's not a cakewalk, right? There is a process to it. So you know the process too. And along with that, this enhances your opportunities when it comes to placements. Okay, a certificate like you publishing a paper on international journal, the experience that you gain from working on real world projects, the experience that you gain when you're dealing with clients, the client visits, all this is going to add up to the quality learning that you're going to do at 360 Digit MG. So, a 360 Digit MG is quality with time. Okay. Now, along with that, there are many free tools that are available at our website at 360digitmg.com, where you have mind map, ML architecture assistant, resume optimization hub, and animated learning. And friends, these are completely free. Whether you have enrolled with us at 360 Digit MG, whether you have not enrolled with us, you can all access these different free tools absolutely free of cost. Now, when if you want to connect with us, okay, we have a presence in LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, as well as YouTube. And if you want to visit our offices in Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Chennai, you can absolutely do it. We have our offices in Hyderabad, at Madhavpur, Bengaluru, HSR layout. And when it comes to Chennai, it's Nungambakkam. You can directly call us at the toll free number 1-800-212-654-321. And if you want to send a email to us, you can email at inquiry at 360digitmg.com. And as always, you can also visit our website and give your inquiry. It was a delight talking to Sowmiya and a wonderful experience for all of us. Thank you, everyone. Happy learning.